Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pickacard reading, we will find out, have you met your future spouse already or not? So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's find out using your oracles to begin with. Have you met your future spouse already or not? And then we will take a look at your tarot cards. So the oracles that came out for you are romance, then we have let go, we've got consciousness, to be fair, where do I put this, and rejoice in celebration. Okay, so there are two very distinct energies over here. I'm going to break down both of them. You can take what resonates, of course, depending upon what your situation is. So I feel like for the first group over here, you have already met your future spouse, and in fact it seems like you are currently in a union with them as well. So you guys might be going strong, you guys might already be dating each other, you're already in a relationship with each other. There's a very healthy romance going on between you guys. You both complement each other really well. More than an emotional match, I feel like it's also a really beautiful intellectual match that you found for yourself over here. I feel like whoever this partner of yours is, who's going to be your future spouse, they respect you a lot, they value you a lot, they make you feel special, they make you feel cherished. And in general, there's a lot of reciprocity in this connection. So it's never like you're the only one who's doing everything, and it's not like they're taking you for granted. It's very good. In fact, maybe you and your future spouse, whom you're currently dating, you guys could have met through mutual friends, you guys could have met through any mutual connection. Maybe you both started out as friends and then later on you guys started dating. Also, you've been dating each other at least since the last 3 years or more. So you have absolutely no reason to worry. In fact, I feel like even before you clicked on this reading intuitively, and especially if you are coupled right now, you already knew that it is your future spouse whom you are with right now. And yes, it is true, that is the one for you. So congratulations. Now for the second group, here's the thing. We have let go over here along with to be fair. So perhaps you guys are hung up on someone from your past, someone whom you sometimes want to reconcile with and other times you don't. But then here's the thing, if you want to meet your future spouse, if you want to meet the person that's actually meant for you, it is very important that you let go of this person from the past, because you're not, okay, firstly, you're not getting anything out of that connection. It's not a matter of equals. And somewhere, if you ask yourself this question, you will get the same answer. Like if you were to be completely honest with yourself, and if you were to ask yourself, do I see myself being with this person for the rest of my life? Your intuition, your inner wisdom, they would all probably scream in unison, no, this is not the one for us. And you know that. Why? More so because with the energy of the Three of Cups over here, I do feel like there is a third party involved. I don't know whether you are the third party or there was some other third party that was brought into the connection without your knowledge. But whatever has been going on or whatever happened, it was not fair to you. You did not deserve to be treated the way that you were by the hands of this person. And so if you want to attract the romance of a lifetime, if you want to attract your divine counterpart, if you want to attract an equal match for yourself, in order for that union to take place, first it is important that you let go of this past person whom you are hung up on. Maybe your head thinks that, oh, that was the right person for me. Maybe on papers it was a good match, but not really, like not otherwise. In fact, I feel like you are the one who majorly made a lot of compromises for the sake of this past connection. And look, what did you get out of it? Absolutely nothing. Just pain, right? And so it wasn't a good exchange, clearly. You gave up so much, and you what did you get in return? You got peanuts, you got breadcrumbs. And you don't deserve that. So if the question is, should I wait or should I move on? You should 100% move on. Only then will you be able to manifest your actual future spouse in your life. Otherwise, you will just keep entangled, you'll stay entangled in this third party bullshit. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. We have the Nine of Swords, Three of Cups again, Nine of Wands in reverse, Strength in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. Oh, okay, so the ones who currently are in a relationship with someone, maybe right now you guys are going through a rough patch, you're both not talking to each other, maybe there is a difference of opinion, and so you're sitting here wondering, am I even with the right person or not? You are, all right? It's just a phase, it's very normal. There's literally no couple that never ever fights, so don't think too much about it. Don't let it stress yourself out to the point where you start asking questions such as, have I made the right choice? What if this isn't the person for me? What if we do not end up together? That won't happen. It's all just in your head. These are all just baseless fears arising out of whatever difference of opinion you guys have had of late. But thankfully, with the Nine of Wands over here, that situation will come to an end. In fact, before you know it, you and your partner will be back to normal, back to being best friends. And the best part about your relationship is that even though you guys share this banter, even though you guys maybe sometimes have a difference of opinion, despite that, nobody imposes their will and nobody imposes their opinion on the other person. Maybe emotionally, one or both of you is sensitive, and so that is why after every argument or disagreement or whatever it is, you start worrying that you lose each other, but that's not going to happen. Like I said, for the first group, you guys are indeed with your future spouse right now, and these are just little hiccups which are very common, so don't let it faze you. Now, for the second group, we have the energy of the Three of Cups over here again. It's basically a needless struggle at this point that you're putting yourself through. You don't have any power in this situation, unfortunately. In fact, it's the other person who still seems to have this grip over you, this control over you, which you have to get out of. You have all these fears, you have all these worries. Maybe these worries are about, if I leave this person, will I find someone again or not? Or maybe there is a glimmer of hope somewhere that this person will leave the third party for you, but I don't see that happening. Like, you see, the energy of the third party has come up over here again so prominently. And with the Nine of Wands in reverse over here, it's like the universe is asking you to stop banging your head against a wall, right? You're only hurting yourself, and it's not giving you the kind of result that you want. Sometimes when you are trying too hard to control a situation, but the outcome is simply not coming in your favor, things are just not happening the way you want them to, that in itself is a sign that probably this thing is not meant for you. Maybe the universe has heard conversations that you haven't. The universe knows things that might happen in the future that you don't, right? So you have to trust that. You have to trust that if it's not working out, it is for your highest good. Besides, all the people in the energy of the Three of Cups over here, they seem pretty happy. It's like they're merrymaking and whatnot. Meanwhile, you're over here having sleepless nights, recalling incidents, worrying about not doing the right thing or saying the wrong thing. Is it worth it? Is it worth putting yourself in this energy when you're not getting anything in return? That is something you have to ask yourself. So, for those of you who haven't met your future spouse yet, let me try and ask, when might you meet this person? I will not necessarily stick to timing. If we can get any situational energy, that'll also do, because there are so many people who watch. So let's see what comes up. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Pentacles, you guys. So it's definitely someone new, the second half of group 1. You have not met your future spouse yet, and it is definitely not the person from your past, as we've established. It is a new person, but in order for you to get together with that new person, you first have to be in this receptive energy of independence, as in you have to be single, you have to be truly single. Right now it's like you're hanging in this situationship, I mean, nothing's coming out of it, right? So you have to first leave the past person behind, make yourself truly available to the new person, to your future spouse, and that is when they arrive. In terms of timing, I feel like if you are watching this reading in June 2025 when it's going to be uploaded, the period between September of 2025 to September of 2026 will be of extreme significance. And broadly speaking, from like whenever you watch this reading, the next 9 to 12 months are when you might meet your future spouse. But like I said, there is this terms and conditions apply over here. You have to first let go of the past connection. Alright, group 1. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's find out using your oracles to begin with whether or not you've already met your future spouse. So the cards that came out for you guys are no need to worry. That's a good thing. Then we have not the right time from your oracles, the other oracles I mean. We have flow, orphaned with the number 5, and we have one more 5 that says emotional loss. I'll tell you what the good thing is about 5. 5 is a number of change. So right now, of course, your love life seems rather hopeless. It seems like, okay, this is actually, here's the thing. With orphaned and emotional loss, you've been through something. It seems as if, you gave your heart and your soul and your everything to someone and they just did not value it. They did not reciprocate your feelings, or they chose somebody else over you. They did not value you. They did not value what you had to offer. There's also a sense of disappointment. It's almost as if this man is looking at someone and wondering, how could you? Like this whole you too, Brutus sort of an energy. So whoever this is that ended up hurting you or breaking your heart or disappointing you in the past, it was very, very, very unexpected. And because it was so unexpected, that just amplified the negative impact that it had on you. And so here we are, all these months or weeks or most likely years later, and you still feel that pang of sadness. When I say orphaned, I don't think it's the person as such that you're missing, if I'm being honest. Maybe some of you are, but for most of you, that's not the energy that I'm picking up on. I feel like mostly you're okay, but then sometimes that loneliness, it just hits you out of nowhere and it's horrible. And you just have to sit with it. You do just sit with it. With orphaned, there is also this sense of you feeling like everyone around me seems to have found love. Everyone around me seems to be doing just fine. What can possibly be so wrong with me that I haven't found my true love just yet? Why haven't I found the right person for me just yet? And what if I never do? What if I stay single forever, even though I don't want to? So now here is where no need to worry and not the right time come into the picture. Firstly, not the right time over here has made it very clear to us that you will meet your future spouse in, yes, you guessed it, divine timing. But the good thing about things happening in divine timing is that there is always a surety of them happening. So there is no need for you to worry. There is no need for you to worry that you will end up all alone. That is absolutely not going to happen. For the most part, with flow over here, I do feel like you're making good progress in your healing journey, and I do feel like for most part, you have moved on from your past and you try to stay in the moment as much as possible. But as I can see over here with orphaned and emotional loss, sometimes the past does, come to rattle you up again. Like I said, hits you out of nowhere. That happens sometimes. Especially if you see that person who had hurt you having a good time. That is when it starts stinging all the more. Oh, they moved on, they found someone else. Meanwhile, I'm still over here, single. Why is that? Shouldn't it have been the other way around? Additionally, with the energy of orphaned over here, I'm not sure if you've even tried dating again after that, or if you have, you've been met with disappointment. So, one, you've been hurt by someone in your past, and that pain occasionally still haunts you. And B, the people that you've met post that, none of them were necessarily to your liking. When I see the energy of emotional loss over here, it's less about, oh, I should have chosen that person over the person that I actually chose, and more about how the hell could I choose this person to begin with? How could I be so blind? How could I not see them for who they truly were? Okay, so it's very clear that you haven't met your future spouse yet. Now, little disclaimer, since this is a general reading, if you do not resonate with this and now you're beginning to worry that, oh shit, have I not met my future spouse yet, but I absolutely love my boyfriend or my girlfriend, then obviously this is not the reading for you, and you can pick another pile or click out. We have the Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and Five of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. This is you. You are so enigmatic. You are so sexy. This is the energy in which you usually are. And it's just that sometimes then you slip into this energy, which is totally understandable, by the way. Do not let anybody guilt trip you into, oh, why are you feeling sad? It's very natural. You're human. Of course, don't listen to those people, okay? Here's the thing. You've been waiting very patiently. I feel like it's been at least a good 3 to 7 years since you've been properly with someone. But that energy is about to change. Just 1 second, I need to clarify this Five of Wands. It's an opinion that you need to battle. I was curious. Okay, so here's the thing. See, the past person ended up disappointing you, right? And so now what happens is that it's very natural for you to have this fear, or for you to have this trigger that what if everyone ends up being like that person? But here's the thing. You're making it a challenge even though it doesn't have to be. You are assuming that the new person that you will meet or interact with will turn out to be like the past person, but that might not necessarily be the case. In fact, with the Eight of Wands over here and the Three of Pentacles, the universe is encouraging you to put yourself out there again, travel, meet new people. Even if you don't want to meet new people with the purpose of dating, maybe simply with the purpose of sharing ideas, common interests, hobbies, signing up for groups where they do things that you like, I don't know, maybe a book club or something. Just giving yourself an opportunity to interact with, hang out with, and get to meet new people, and then see where that takes you. Do not assume beforehand that the person will turn out to be a player. First, give them a chance to show you who they truly are. Trust yourself enough to, okay, we did have the Queen of Wands. Okay, oh yeah, I clarified, right? I meant to show you the Queen of Wands, okay? So basically what I was about to say was that trust yourself enough that you will be able to assess whether this person means what they're saying, whether they're genuine, or whether they are just trying to get into your pants, and then that's that. You have to have that confidence in yourself because the universe has that confidence in yourself. Plus, like they've already told you over here, but not the right time. In divine timing, you will meet that person. Also, if oh, okay, so yeah, so in case behind the Ace of Swords we have the behind the Two of Swords we have the Ace of Swords. So, in case you guys sometimes get confused about whether you should wait or whether you should move on, whether it's a good idea to wait to have a new beginning with the past person, see if they're going to reach out, or whether you should completely forget about them. Forgetting about them is the right way to go about it. For now, with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles card, I would say that, start traveling, start going out, start meeting people again. Not necessarily with the intention of, just dating and marriage and all of that. Just simply to explore yourself, maybe, through these interests, ideas, hobbies. Okay, let us obviously and eventually try to see if Spirit can tell us anything about when might you meet your future spouse. Group 2. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Sun. Okay, it's more of a situation over here. Although I feel like for a lot of you, the month of July might be of significance. And hey, we're already in June. So, firstly, it's definitely a new person, this future spouse of yours. And it's almost as if all this light over here from the Sun card is removing all of this darkness and negativity over the Orphaned card. So in order to meet your future spouse, you have to come out of the shadows, step into the light, and that is where you meet them. It is when you start making an effort, no matter how initially difficult it might seem, to bring a smile on your own face, clean up, get going, that kind of an energy. Because this reminds me, this is the card of Leo, so very outgoing, very dynamic, very charismatic. You did show up as the Queen of Wands, so it's not like it's impossible for you. I just saw 1111, you guys. So just start doing more of what makes you happy. Less time thinking about what happened, more time imagining a beautiful future for yourself, more time interacting with the world, the people out there, less of assuming that they're all going to be jerks. Because of course your future spouse is not a jerk, and that's the person that you'll end up with. And watch out for July, or in general 1 month from whenever you're watching this video. Alright, group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 3, if you guys chose the third image, let's find out whether or not you've already met your future spouse. So the oracles that came out for you are abundance. Then we have no, and this is like a strong no with an exclamation over here. We have frustration, rightly so. We've got between worlds with the number 3. And we have, of course, patience with the number 14. So obviously, clearly, no, group 3, even you guys know it. You haven't met your future spouse just yet. I wonder though why the no is so prominent over here, because this deck has a very normal no as well. You guys have got the stronger one. Almost as if you've been asking this question to the universe multiple times, and each time they're giving you the same answer, and this time also they're saying, dude, the answer is not going to change. No, you have not met your future spouse just yet. That is what it feels like. Oh, one more thing. If you are confused whether the person on your mind is your future spouse or not, if you are not in a relationship with them, little disclaimer, if you're happily in a relationship, don't bother yourself with this group, I would say. So if there is someone, most likely with between worlds, someone from your past, And if you're wondering whether or not they're going to come back again, and so if that is your future spouse, no, they're not. They're just bad news. That is who they are. They're not your future spouse. With abundance, honestly, group 3, I feel like maximum of you right now are just heavily focused on your career, your finances, generating wealth, increasing your wealth and stuff like that. A lot of you, and see, this is such a contrast over here, the energies of frustration and patience. You've been patient for as long as you can remember, and naturally, obviously, there are days when it gets super frustrating, like, for how much longer am I supposed to wait? When the fuck will divine timing come? Things like that, questions like this do cross your mind, and it's very natural. The good news over here, of course, is that frustration is leading to between the worlds. So what this tells us is that this dark and desolate period of patiently waiting, or sometimes maybe waiting with frustration, a lot of anticipation, when will my future spouse come? They're about to. You are now stepping into, I feel like, the timeline of your union. And so it's like the colors are going to come back in your life again. In no way do I tend to imply that your future spouse is going to somehow make your life way, way better, and right now your life is not that great. Your life, in fact, does seem to be very great, especially career-wise. But yes, emotionally or love life-wise, if you're not feeling fulfilled, that is about to change, and definitely the credit will go to your future spouse. Oh, there's one more interesting message that I'm getting over here. One of you is going to be very short-tempered, and the other person, it'll take a lot for them to even bother about something. So that's going to be a pretty funny contrast in your temperament versus your future spouses. So of course, you would know better whether you're the one who's short-tempered, and if you're not short-tempered, then they will be. If you are short-tempered, then they're going to be very cool-headed. There's one more thing. I feel like with between worlds over here, not just externally, but internally also, there might be some sort of transformation that you are undergoing when you meet your future spouse. This can be anything. For a lot of you, this can be a physical glow up, like meeting your fitness goals or something like that. This can also be switching of a job, changing of a location, changing your career field altogether. Some past investment taking off, that energy is also coming up over here. It's almost as if, okay, just an example, let's say that there's something that you'd been patiently waiting for to happen for over a year, and now it's been 11 months since you've been waiting, and you're like, when the fuck will it happen? And then finally and suddenly, almost, when the last 2 weeks of the last month are left, that is when very quickly, one after the other, like a domino effect, everything just works out for you. And that is what it feels like. It's like you've been patiently waiting for so long, and now finally, when the timeline of union arrives, very quickly, one after the other, things will just start happening. So, very excited for you. Let's take a look at your tarot cards, group 3. We have the King of Swords over here. Two of Swords. Six of Pentacles. We have the Devil in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, so it's like, like one sudden action just leads to something over here. Firstly, group 3, if you have your doubts about someone from your past being your future spouse, and that maybe they'll have a change of heart, the energy that I was picking up on over here, that is not the case. It was most likely a karmic that you were dealing with, the kind of karmic that you're just supposed to learn lessons from, and then that's it. That is, like the last meeting, and it's all done and dusted, and that is what it feels like. Another message that I'm getting is that if you have any fears about the institution of marriage and life after marriage and what will happen to my career after marriage, what if my spouse does not treat me right, can be anything. Whatever fears you basically have about this whole subject, you don't have to worry about anything, right? Because the devil has come out in reverse over here. It's most likely just your mind, I won't exactly say playing tricks on you, but basically maybe working overtime. And because of that, you're just thinking and then overthinking, and maybe in general you have a monkey mind. You just immediately jump to the worst case scenario, and so you're worried that that's what's going to happen, but it won't. In fact, with the Six of Pentacles over here, you will get a very good match for yourself, someone who is a very good physical, emotional, intellectual match to you, someone who respects you, someone who puts an equal effort in the connection, someone with whom there is a lot of reciprocity in the equation. Maybe there's someone who has the qualities of the King of Swords, like a born leader, a lot of charisma, speaks their mind, a little bit reserved, and might, showcase their childlike side with the Page of Wands over here only in front of yourself. So, like a softie when they're with you, but a very, like, hardcore, reserved, serious person when they are around others. The kind of people who have a coconut personality, like that. And they also might have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their chart. There's one more thing with the Two of Swords. Actually, I do want to clarify this Two of Swords over here. Whatever it is that you're confused about, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Swords, you don't actually need to worry about any of it. Oh, we have the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're confused whether you should get married in the first place or not, perhaps. You're living in this mental prison where, your mind just keeps saying all this nasty stuff to you. But whatever it is that it tells you, whatever it is that your ego tells you to protect you, whatever it is that your fears whisper to you, none of that is going to happen. It's almost as if with the Four of Swords over here, the universe is assuring you that you are safe, you are protected, and your marriage is safe, and you will stay safe and protected in your marriage. So you have no reason to worry. It is taking time, but when it arrives, it will be good. Maybe you have these doubts that, what if I get a very moody or temperamental or authoritative kind of a husband or a wife? That's not going to happen either. In fact, I feel like whoever this is with the King of Swords over here, they will do whatever it is that they have to. I mean, this is the kind of guy who will speak up for you, they'll take your side and they won't care who's in front of them when they do that. Okay, let us try to find out now, when might you possibly meet your future spouse? Group 3. We have the Queen of Pentacles over here. We have the Hanged Man, and this card had also flipped. And we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, here's the thing. Let me see. Anything about timing? Very soon, that's all they're telling me. But they're not giving me any specific timeline as such. You're very close to union. Group 3, so that's exciting, but the exact timeline of it isn't coming through. There is one message though. There is one message. See, initially we did have abundance, right? And now we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Wands. I feel like specifically when it comes to your career, Group 3, if there's something that you can do wherein you're coming out of your comfort zone and you are trying something new or working towards something new, we did have this energy of transformation for you as well, right? So like a new business idea, a new job, new career field, something like that, something which you know has the potential to make you really successful and bring you good wealth. That might be perhaps one of the ways in which you meet this person. But even if not, it's almost as if, like, hang tight, because this person is coming in. They're coming in quick. It's going to be hot, heavy. It's going to get real serious real soon, because coming up as the king of swords, this person means business. So if they're approaching you, and I love how we have the king and the queen over here. So know for a fact, group 3, that if they're approaching you, they're not looking to just have fun and then go their way. This person, when they approach you, they're approaching you with the intention of making you theirs, of settling down with you, of giving their commitment to you. All right, group 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.